Something big is about to drop, and if you've been keeping an eye on Insta360's moves lately, you already know what's coming. The Luna Ultra and Luna Pro are inching closer to a global launch, and all the signals right now point to this happening sooner than most people expected. Regional reservation programs are already live across multiple markets, which in the camera world is basically the industry's way of saying, get ready. This isn't just early hype anymore. The pieces are falling into place fast, and today we're breaking down exactly where things stand, what both cameras are bringing to the table, and why one of them might actually be the smarter buy.
Here's where it gets interesting. Blind pre-orders kicked off back in China on May 18th, and demand has been described as extremely strong, which for a camera that hasn't even been officially launched yet is a pretty telling sign. Early buyers are being promised first batch shipping in June, along with some exclusive bonuses thrown in, including a limited edition collectible card. Whether that card does anything for you or not, the point is clear. Insta360 is building real urgency around this launch, and people are already committing money before full specs have even been confirmed globally. It's not just happening in China either.
European buyers can now place reservations through German camera retailer Photo Erhardt with a €50 deposit, which gets applied toward the final purchase price and locks in priority shipping. Deliveries are reportedly expected around late June, assuming the launch timeline holds. The fact that regional retailers are actively collecting deposits tells you this isn't vague coming soon territory anymore. There's a real release window forming, and it's tight. If you're in Europe and even slightly interested, that deposit might be worth it just to stay ahead of the queue.
Now let's talk about the camera that's been flying a little under the radar, the Luna Pro. While the Ultra has been getting most of the attention, the Pro has its own leading edge circulating, and it looks genuinely sharp. It rocks a single lens design and an ultra compact body, which makes it look very different from the dual camera Ultra sitting next to it. Spec-wise though, it's closer than you'd think. We're looking at a 1-inch Leica co-engineered sensor, an f1.8 lens, 10-bit log recording, up to 14 stops of dynamic range, AI tracking, pro color profiles, and yes, the same detachable touchscreen controller that appears to be available across both models, not locked to the Ultra. So what's the actual difference between these two? The Luna Pro drops the secondary telephoto camera that the Ultra carries. That's it. That's the main compromise. No optical zoom on the Pro side. And honestly, depending on what kind of content you make, that might not even matter to you. If you're a vlogger, a travel creator, or someone who just wants cinematic footage without carrying a full rig, the Luna Pro starts to look like the sweet spot of the entire lineup. Flagship image quality, smaller footprint, and likely a friendlier price tag. The Ultra is the powerhouse, no question, but the Pro might be the one more people actually end up buying. The Luna Ultra and Luna Pro launch is close. We're talking weeks, maybe days at this point. Both cameras are shaping up to be serious competition for anything DJI has out right now, and the market is clearly paying attention. My question for you, are you leaning toward the Ultra's dual camera setup, or does the cleaner simplicity of the Luna Pro make more sense for how you actually shoot? Drop it in the comments, I'm curious. If you found this useful, like and subscribe so you don't miss the full breakdown when these officially go live.